Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're really excited to have you again. 2023 is drawing very close, and right now, preparation is on top gear, especially for the issue of announcing interest in running for presidency. And right now, people are saying Southeast should be the one, but there's a big problem. There are so many right down, and each of them will want support from their individual state. Would it jeopardize the opportunity of leading the country or of the parties choosing them to lead for them? Now, you're going to hear the perspective that Senator Ojuzo Kalu will come from, considering the fact that he just announced or made the people of Nigeria to understand that he was going to run. Don't forget that some few days ago, early days of this year, he had informed the likes of Tinubu, Anyim Pius Anyim, and the governor of Ebonyi State that he wasn't interested in running for the position of presidency, but he just come out to say because of consultations and the request people have put before him, he's going to run for it. But get to hear his view in respect to the issue of numerous southeastern politicians going for that number one post. What is his perspective? We're going to be looking at that. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our video. The former Abia State governor and the chief whip of the Senate, the 9th Senate, Senator Ojuzo Kalu, has declared that the Southeast doesn't have to present a consensus candidate before it can win the 2023 presidency in Nigeria. The Abia North senator pointed out that it is not uncommon for regions to have more than one candidate representing them in presidential elections. Kalu made the submission on Friday in response to position that the chances of the Southeast to produce the nation's next leader in 2023 may be scuttled if many candidates emerge from the region for the same purpose. In his response, Kalu, who spoke during an interview with Silverbird Television, said, "Presenting a single candidate is no guarantee of winning elections," going ahead to make reference to the 1999 presidential election in which the Southwest had former President Olusegun Obasanjo, eventual winner Chief Bola Ige, and Chief Olufalaye, all in the same race. He maintained that Igbo presidency is still achievable with multiple candidates from the region. According to his word, he said, "No region forges a common front, and I have just given you an example. When Obasanjo ran for elections in 1999, Olufalaye, Bola Ige, and 3 other Yoruba men were also contesting for the same presidency. Did that stop the emergence of a president from the Southwest? So what are you talking about? It is the beauty of constitutional democracy. The more the merrier. People may contest, and the people must choose who can do the job." That Ojuzo Kalu came to contest and another Igbo man came out does not mean you won't vote Ojuzo Kalu. The beauty of democracy is in the ability to make a choice. That is why I initially told my friends Tinubu, Umahi, and Anyim Pius Anyim in the sitting room where we were eating that I won't run, but the beauty of it is that people later persuaded me to come and run because they know that I am capable of doing the job. Kalu went ahead to boast of his potential to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023, saying he is the right candidate with the potential and connection to lead the country, though he is not desperate to become the next president of Nigeria. They know that I have the experience of the job. They know that I have local and international connections. They know I have an excellent understanding of the country. And when you look at me, you will see the face of Nigeria. It has also been reported that already the governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, and former Senate President Anyim Pius Anyim, former CBN Deputy Governor Professor Kingsley Mogalo are some aspirants from the region which have openly declared interest in the 2023 presidential race. Meanwhile, in another development, The former governor of Abia State and chief whip of the Senate, Ojuzo Kalu, has revealed why he decided to contest in the 2023 presidential elections. Kalu on Friday disclosed that he decided to contest in the general election after leaders from the 6 geopolitical zones approached him to run. The lawmaker stated this after he had earlier told other presidential aspirants like the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, former Senate President Pius Anyim, and Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi that he wouldn't contest. Kalu, while speaking in an interview, disclosed this. He said, "I didn't want to run or join this contest before. When I met with Senator Tinubu, I told him I was not running. When I met with Governor Umahi, I told him I was not running. When I also met with Senator Pius Anyim, I told him I wasn't contesting. A couple of days after my discussion with them, elders from the West, elders from the North, the Southeast, and the Niger Delta came to me to see me on the 5th of January 2022, and I also went to see a couple of them. I flew from my village to tour some places, and I met with them in the North, West, and somewhere in Lagos and Warri, and I returned on the 8th back to Igbere, my hometown, and also met with the elders of my community, and they said that it is a possibility, and that is why I have not gone back to tell them or tell these people who initially told that I will not run, that I am now going to run. I will still have a meeting with them and tell them formally that I am going to run for the presidency." Kalu, speaking on the claim that he attacked Tinubu, said he has a deep relationship with him, adding that Tinubu's presidential ambition does not threaten his own. According to him, he said, "Tinubu is not a threat to my ambition, and I am not a threat to his ambition. We are very close friends, and our friendship is deep-rooted. When I and my wife went back to Abia as governors, nobody was occupying my house in Victoria Island, Lagos. So my children were in school at that time, and some were schooling at Corona School, while one was in French International School in 1998. And they were living with Senator Oluremi Tinubu. So we are like family, and politics cannot separate us. In 2003, when Tinubu was seeking re-election, I saw that he was lacking behind. I assisted him, and it's part of what caused my problem with former President Olusegun Obasanjo. So we are family, and we cannot quarrel because of politics. He might have his idea on how to do it, and I may have my own idea on how to do it. But all I know is that if we meet at Eagle Square, I will give a very good account of myself." Wow. Here a politician speaking. No element of grievances in his word, no element of, contest in his word. But his mind is made up, and he has just said a final word that when they meet at Eagle Square, he will prove himself. So that's politics for you. I'm telling you, they won't come out to show anything, because the truth is politicians are all one. The ones who are called them non-experts are the ones who begin to hassle the other one and all of that. But the experts, they don't. They know what they want, and they go all out for it. Just like he rightly said, the tenets of democracy clearly spell out that everyone have a constitutional right to contest for any position in the country as far as he or she is qualified. So, right now what he's trying to let the people know is that I'm a liberal man. I can take any competition. I can take any contest, irrespective of who is, in it. But one thing is certain, I try within my best to ensure relationships are maintained. And, looking at it from different perspectives, one cannot be so sure, that if such people mount the position of leadership, they will be stringent, call it, how do I put it? Let me say, they will be disciplined in leadership. It's just my perspective. And we're going to be looking at what some other people think, because I'm just wondering if everyone have their own ideology, and you have a privilege of entering into power, and you see things that are wrong in power, would you allow it to fly? It's a question that we need to ask. If you are the friend of everybody, there is an adage that a friend of everybody is a friend of nobody. But you notice that he has established some very valid points and very valid proof that they are all one, especially when it has to do with Ahmed Tinubu, talking about how his children stay with the wife, Luremi Tinubu, and also how they have been so close, even in previous political moves. You understand? So just a pointer to the fact that he's really close. Now the question is, if such people take over position of leadership, can they really stand up against their fellow friends to let them understand that the money that you embezzled many years ago was actually for the people and not for you? It's a question that is worth answering. But first of all, let's look at his position in respect to, contesting the election, because it's, and also the issue of Southeast having almost a dozen of people wanting to, go in for presidency. Will that jeopardize the opportunity of being elected into position? For me, from the perspective of indirect primaries, I feel that it will have a way of influencing it, and it will have a way of not making it work, because we're looking at, one person being able to pack all the, votes of the delegates that will appear during the party primaries. Imagine everyone, if, for example, five delegates are coming from each of the states. At least, if you look at Southeast, they have, I think, five states. So imagine 25 people are going to vote for him alone, and then his influence in other parts of the country can also win him some vote. But a situation whereby all of you are going out, this one from this state, this one from this state, and all of that, there's sure to be division, you understand, except other political stalwarts who are interested in the position decides to step down. I don't know the kind of political strategy that he will adopt, but however, I would like to leave it there. Just go to our comment section. What's your position in respect to the issue of multiple Southeast politicians eyeing one position? Let's